Welcome to the Defiant Podcast. We're here with Defiant, the on-chain lifestyle sports brand, to get you up to speed on, well, the 5 biggest stories shaking up DeFi, entertainment, and sports this week.
Absolutely. Ready to jump in?
Let's do it. First up, something pretty significant potentially brewing in the crypto regulatory space. The new SEC Chairman, Paul Atkins.
He's talking about a firm and rational regulatory framework.
Yeah, that's the phrase getting attention. And you should definitely care because, well, the U.S. crypto scene has felt a bit uncertain, shall we say.
Uncertain is one word for it, like walking on eggshells sometimes.
Exactly. Unclear rules, they make it tough for innovation, tough for businesses to know where they stand. So Atkins' comments, they hint at maybe, just maybe, a shift towards clearer guidelines.
Okay, clear guidelines on what specifically? Like token classification.
That's a big one. Token classification, what's a security, what isn't. Also, how they plan to enforce the rules. It's about finding that balance between letting innovation happen and protecting consumers. Right, the classic balancing act. So if they actually follow through on this, what's the real-world impact look like?
Well, ideally, a more stable playing field. Clearer rules could make big institutional players feel more comfortable entering the space. Less perceived regulatory risk,
Makes sense? More confidence, maybe more investment.
Potentially. But there's always the flip side. If the rules are too tight, you could stifle that rapid DeFi innovation we've seen. It's a fine line.
Gotcha. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Global economics, U.S. and China, trade tensions. Sounds like they might be cooling off. Secretary Bessent said things were unsustainable, and the White House is saying talks are going very well.
Yeah, some positive signals there. And the defiant angle. Well, think macro. Trade tensions mess with supply chains. They impact inflation, things that affect everyone.
Okay, so easing tensions means maybe things stabilize.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It could help calm inflation, maybe boost global markets overall. And for crypto and blockchain, a more stable global economy is generally good news. It helps projects focused on, say, trade finance, but also just improves overall investor sentiment, which helps all assets.
Right, a less volatile world is generally better for investment on-chain or off.
Precisely. Yeah. Okay, next up, back to DeFi specifically. Circle, the company behind USDC stablecoin.
Yep, know them well.
They've just launched something called the Circle Payments Network.
Okay, Circle Payments Network. What's the elevator pitch?
Basically, it lets institutions send USDC directly between each other, cuts out the middleman, traditional banks or payment rails for certain types of transfers.
Ah, so aiming for faster, maybe cheaper cross-border stuff.
That seems to be the goal. It really positions Circle and USDC as a potentially fundamental piece of future payment infrastructure. They've already got some big crypto and fintech partners signed up.
Interesting. Is this something that could eventually trickle down to everyday people making payments?
Not immediately, probably. It's more B2B, institutional level right now. But it's laying the groundwork. If it gets wide adoption, yeah, it could start challenging the traditional payment giants down the road. It shows stablecoins are getting serious.
Very interesting. Okay, let's pivot to the NFL. Big news for the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey. Sounds like he's fully recovered.
That's the report. And it's huge news. Remember, 2023... guy was unbelievable. Over 2,200 yards from scrimmage, 21 touchdowns, just dominant.
And then 2024 was rough. Injury hit, team struggled. 6-11 record, wasn't it?
Yeah, a really disappointing season for them. And losing McCaffrey for significant time was a massive factor. His return isn't just adding a player. It's potentially transforming their offense back to that elite level.
How much difference can one running back really make, though? Even a great one.
With McCaffrey, quite a lot. He's not just a runner. He's a massive receiving threat out of the backfield.
No.
Defenses have to account for him everywhere. That opens things up for everyone else, the quarterback, the receivers.
Okay, so his health is key to their whole offensive strategy then.
Absolutely. If he stays healthy, he could easily be back in that conversation for the best running back in the league, and the Niners could be much, much better.
Definitely one to watch this season. All right, last one, Travis Hunter, the Colorado two-way star. Hearing serious hype for the 2025 NFL Draft. Top 5 pick.
That's the projection people are throwing around. And it's because he's doing something incredibly rare, playing both wide receiver and cornerback at a truly elite college level.
Playing both ways effectively. That just doesn't happen much anymore, does it?
Almost never in modern football, not at this level. So his success is making teams, scouts, everyone kind of rethink things.
Is he just Like a complete one-off? A unicorn? Or could this actually be this start of something?
That's the big question, isn't it? If he goes to the NFL and continues to excel, playing significant snaps on both offense and defense, wow, that could genuinely change how teams think about player development, roster, blah, 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 blah.
Stability, yeah. Like getting 2 premium players for one spot.
Exactly. It could even mess with salary cap thinking long term. It's fascinating. Is he an anomaly or the vanguard of a new type of athlete? We'll have to see.
His pro career is going to be under a microscope, for sure.
No doubt about it.
All right, that wraps up our 5 key stories for the week. A quick deep dive brought to you by the Defiant Podcast and Defiant. Hopefully that gave you some valuable insights to chew on.
Yeah, lots happening across the board.
Definitely. So here's a final thought to leave you with. We're seeing crypto rules maybe getting clearer, payment networks evolving with things like Circle's launch, and athletes like Hunter challenging norms. With all these lines blurring, what other fundamental assumptions, maybe in finance, maybe in sports, are actually ready to be completely overturned next?